Every person is born with dreams that are unique to them. Some dream of building a successful career. Some dream of creating a better life for their family. Some dream of making a difference in the world. No matter how different those dreams may be, they all have one thing in common. They belong to you. That means no one else is responsible for making them come true. People may encourage you. They may support you. They may believe in you. But they cannot do the work that your dream requires. They cannot make the sacrifices for you. They cannot overcome your fears. They cannot wake up every morning with your purpose in their heart. That responsibility belongs only to you. Many people spend years waiting for someone to change their life. They wait for the perfect opportunity. They wait for the perfect mentor. They wait for someone to discover their talent. They wait for the right relationship. They wait for more money. They wait for confidence. They wait for luck. While they continue waiting, time keeps moving forward. Every sunrise brings another chance that slips away. Every sunset reminds them that another day has passed. Dreams do not disappear because they are impossible. They disappear because people spend too much time waiting instead of acting. There comes a moment when you must stop looking outside for the answer and start looking within yourself. That moment changes everything. The day you stop expecting someone else to rescue you is the day you begin discovering your own strength. You realize that the power to change your future has been inside you all along. You stop asking why life has been unfair, and you start asking what you can do with the life you have today. That simple shift in thinking creates extraordinary results because it places your future back into your own hands. Imagine standing at the edge of a river. On the other side is the life you have always dreamed about. You can see the opportunities waiting for you. You can imagine the happiness that comes with reaching your destination. But instead of building a bridge or finding a way across you, stand there hoping someone will carry you. Days pass, months pass, years pass. The river never moves. The dream never comes closer. The only thing that changes is the amount of time you have lost. One day you finally realize that no one is coming to carry you across. In that moment, you begin building the bridge yourself. Every step you take becomes another piece of that bridge. Every challenge makes it stronger. Every lesson makes it longer. Before you know it, you are walking toward the future that once seemed impossible. The greatest victories in life belong to people who decide to take ownership of their journey. They understand that success is not something that happens by accident. It is created through daily choices. Every decision to learn instead of complain. Every decision to work instead of procrastinate. Every decision to believe instead of doubt adds another step toward the life they want. They no longer waste energy blaming other people for what they do not have. Instead, they focus on becoming the person who is capable of creating what they desire. Life will never be perfect. There will always be obstacles. There will always be disappointments. There will always be moments when giving up feels easier than continuing. Those moments are not there to stop you. They are there to reveal who you are becoming. Every challenge asks the same question. Will you wait for someone else to solve this problem, or will you become strong enough to solve it yourself? Your answer determines the direction of your future. The most successful people in the world are not simply the ones who had the greatest opportunities. They are often the ones who accepted the greatest responsibility. They refuse to let excuses become permanent. They refuse to let fear decide their future. They understood that nobody owed them success. Nobody owed them happiness. Nobody owed them the life they dreamed about. They earned it through courage, commitment, and relentless action. When you finally accept that your dreams are your responsibility, something powerful begins to happen. You stop feeling powerless because you realize that every choice you make matters. You stop waiting for permission because you understand that your future begins with the decisions you make today. You become stronger with every challenge, wiser with every failure, more confident with every victory. The life you want has never been waiting for someone else to build it. It has always been waiting for you to believe that you are capable of building it yourself. That is the moment your real journey begins, and that is the moment your dreams start becoming your reality. The greatest turning point in any person's life begins with one simple decision. It is the decision to take complete responsibility for where you are and where you are going. This decision is not always easy because it requires you to stop blaming circumstances and start believing in your own ability to create change. It asks you to stop waiting for better conditions and start making better choices. The moment you accept responsibility, you also accept power. You realize that your future is no longer controlled by excuses or fear. It is shaped by the actions you choose every single day. Many people believe that success belongs only to those who were born with extraordinary talent or endless opportunities. They spend years comparing themselves with others and convincing themselves that life has been unfair. They focus on everything they do not have instead of using what they already possess. While they continue searching for reasons why they cannot succeed, time quietly moves forward. Every day becomes another missed opportunity. Every excuse becomes another step away from the future they truly want. Personal responsibility changes that mindset completely. Instead of asking why something happened, it asks, what can I do next? Instead of looking for someone to blame, it looks for a solution. That way of thinking transforms ordinary people into extraordinary achievers. Every decision you make is writing the story of your life. The choices may seem small today, but they become powerful over time. Choosing to wake up early instead of sleeping through your opportunities. Choosing to learn a new skill instead of wasting another evening. Choosing to save money instead of spending without purpose. Choosing kindness instead of bitterness. Choosing courage instead of fear. These decisions may appear ordinary, but together they shape the direction of your future. Your life tomorrow will always reflect the choices you make today. Imagine that your future is like a beautiful garden. Every thought you plant becomes a seed. Every action you take becomes water for that seed. If you fill your garden with excuses, negativity, and procrastination, you cannot expect flowers to grow. If you plant discipline, hope, learning, and perseverance, your garden will slowly become filled with beauty and abundance. The harvest you receive will always match the seeds you have planted. This is why responsibility is so powerful. It reminds you that you are the gardener of your own life. You decide what grows and what disappears. There will always be situations beyond your control. You cannot control the weather. You cannot control other people. You cannot control every challenge that appears in your path. What you can control is your response. That response is where your greatest strength lies. Two people can experience the same failure and create completely different futures. One person allows failure to become the end of the story. The other allows failure to become the beginning of wisdom. The difference is not found in the challenge. The difference is found in the decision that follows the challenge. Personal responsibility also means being honest with yourself. It means admitting when you have made mistakes instead of pretending they never happened. It means learning from failure instead of hiding from it. It means accepting that growth requires change, and change often requires discomfort. Many people avoid responsibility because they fear the truth. They fear discovering that they have been holding themselves back. Yet the truth is never your enemy. The truth becomes the first step toward freedom, because once you recognize what needs to change, you finally have the power to change it. Every successful person has reached moments when life became difficult. They faced rejection, disappointment, uncertainty, and fear. What separated them from others was not perfect circumstances. It was their refusal to surrender responsibility for their future. They understood that every setback carried a lesson. Every obstacle carried an opportunity to become stronger. Every difficult season was preparing them for greater things ahead. Instead of asking who would fix their problems, they asked how they could become better because of those problems. One of the greatest gifts of taking responsibility is confidence. Real confidence does not come from hearing compliments or receiving applause. It comes from knowing that you can depend on yourself. Every promise you keep to yourself builds trust within your own heart. Every challenge you face without running away strengthens your character. Every decision you make with integrity reminds you that you are becoming the person you were created to be. That confidence cannot be taken away because it has been earned through action. Years from now, your life will be the result of thousands of decisions you make beginning today. Every choice has the power to move you closer to your dreams or farther away from them. That is why personal responsibility is not a burden. It is one of the greatest freedoms you will ever experience. It reminds you that your future is not waiting for someone else to create it. It is waiting for you to make the choices that reflect your highest values, your strongest character, and your deepest purpose. The moment you accept responsibility for your life, you unlock the greatest power you have ever possessed. and that power has the ability to create a future beyond anything you can imagine. Pain is something every person experiences. No matter where you come from or what your dreams may be, there will be moments when life tests your strength. There will be days when your plans fall apart. There will be times when people disappoint you. There will be failures that leave you questioning yourself. There will be losses that seem impossible to understand. In those moments, it is easy to believe that life is working against you. It is easy to ask why this is happening. It is easy to feel like giving up. Yet, some of the greatest lessons you will ever learn will come from the hardest seasons of your life. Pain has a way of teaching what comfort never can. It reveals truths that success often hides. It shows you who you really are when everything familiar has been taken away. Most people spend their lives trying to avoid pain. They search for comfort because comfort feels safe. They avoid difficult conversations. They avoid taking risks. They avoid challenges because they fear failure. What they do not realize is that avoiding pain often means avoiding growth. Every great achievement requires sacrifice. Every meaningful dream demands perseverance. Every strong character is shaped through moments of difficulty. Comfort may feel good for a moment, but it rarely changes your life. Growth begins when you are willing to face what is difficult instead of running away from it. Think about a piece of iron that is placed into a blazing fire. The heat is intense. It would seem as though the fire is destroying the metal. Yet, the opposite is true. The fire is removing weakness. The hammer is giving it shape. The process is preparing it for a greater purpose. Human character develops in the same way. Difficult experiences are not always meant to harm you. Many times they are preparing you for responsibilities you could never carry without becoming stronger first. What feels like destruction today may actually be preparation for tomorrow. Every challenge carries a lesson. Failure teaches humility. Rejection teaches resilience. Loss teaches gratitude. Disappointment teaches patience. Struggle teaches endurance. These lessons cannot be learned from easy victories alone. They are earned through experience. They become part of your character. Once they become part of who you are, no one can take them away. The wisdom gained through pain often becomes the foundation of future success. There will be moments when you feel completely alone. You may wonder if anyone understands your struggle. You may believe that your journey has become too difficult. Those moments are often where your greatest strength begins to appear. When everything around you becomes uncertain, you discover what truly exists within you. You begin to realize that you are stronger than your fear. You are wiser than your mistakes. You are more capable than your doubts ever allowed you to believe. Every challenge pulls hidden strength to the surface. It reveals abilities that remained unnoticed while life was easy. Do not measure your life only by the victories you celebrate. Measure it by the obstacles you refuse to let defeat you. Every time you choose to stand after falling, you become stronger. Every time you choose hope instead of despair, you become wiser. Every time you continue walking despite disappointment, you build a level of courage that cannot be taught in any classroom. True confidence is not built by avoiding failure. It is built by surviving failure and discovering that you still have the strength to keep going. One day you will look back at the moments that once made you cry. You will remember the nights filled with uncertainty. You will remember the failures that felt unbearable. Then you will realize something remarkable. Those painful moments did not destroy your future. They shaped it. They forced you to grow in ways success never could. They gave you compassion for others. They gave you wisdom that only experience can provide. They gave you resilience that became stronger than fear itself. Never believe that your pain is meaningless. Every difficult season carries the possibility of transformation if you are willing to learn from it. The strongest people are not those who have never suffered. They are the people who refuse to let suffering define them. They allowed every setback to become a lesson. Every obstacle became another step forward. Every disappointment became another reason to keep believing. Life does not send challenges simply to break your spirit. Many times it sends them to reveal the greatness that has been waiting inside you all along. The person you become because of your struggles will often be far stronger, far wiser, and far more inspiring than the person you were before those struggles ever began. Every person has a story that is still being written. Every day becomes another page. Every decision becomes another sentence. Every action becomes another chapter. The question is not whether you have a story. The question is whether you will become the hero of that story or spend your life waiting for someone else to change the ending. Too many people hand over the pen to fear. They allow doubt to write their future. They allow failure to define their identity. They allow other people's opinions to decide what they are capable of achieving. Years pass and they continue waiting for life to become easier before they choose to move forward. They wait for the perfect opportunity. They wait for the perfect timing. They wait until they feel completely ready. The truth is that perfect circumstances rarely exist. If you continue waiting for everything to be perfect, you may spend your entire life standing still while your dreams slowly disappear. The people who accomplish extraordinary things are not the ones who begin with perfect conditions. They are the ones who begin despite imperfect conditions. They understand that courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is the decision to move forward, even when fear is present. Every great journey begins with uncertainty. Every meaningful dream begins before there is any guarantee of success. If every answer was already known, there would be no need for faith, determination, or perseverance. The journey itself shapes the person who eventually reaches the destination. Imagine standing at the beginning of a long road. The road stretches far beyond what your eyes can see. You cannot see every turn. You cannot predict every obstacle. You do not know where every challenge will appear. Many people refuse to take the first step because they want complete certainty before they begin. They believe they must see the entire road before they are willing to move. Life does not work that way. The next step becomes visible only after you take the first one. Progress reveals possibilities that waiting can never reveal. Action creates opportunities that fear can never imagine. There will always be reasons to postpone your dreams. There will always be people who doubt your ability. There will always be obstacles standing between where you are today and where you want to be tomorrow. Those obstacles are not there to stop you. They are there to prepare you. Every challenge teaches you something valuable. Every setback strengthens your character. Every disappointment gives you another opportunity to become wiser. Heroes are not remembered because their lives were easy. They are remembered because they refused to surrender when life became difficult. The greatest battle you will ever fight is not against other people. It is against the voice inside your own mind that tells you to quit. That voice whispers that you are not good enough. It tells you that someone else is more talented. It reminds you of every mistake you have ever made. If you listen to that voice, your dreams will remain trapped inside your imagination. If you choose to rise above it, you begin discovering a strength that has been inside you all along. Every victory over self-doubt becomes another step toward becoming the person you were meant to become. Being the hero of your own story does not mean you will never fail. It means you refuse to let failure become the final chapter. Every successful person has experienced rejection. Every successful person has faced moments of uncertainty. The difference is that they continued writing their story when others decided to stop. They understood that one difficult chapter does not define the entire book. One mistake does not erase your purpose. One setback does not cancel your future. As long as you keep moving, your story is still unfolding. Extraordinary results are never created by ordinary thinking. They are created when ordinary people choose extraordinary commitment. They choose discipline instead of excuses. They choose responsibility instead of blame. They choose hope instead of fear. Day after day, those choices begin to transform their lives. Small victories become greater victories. Simple habits become powerful routines. Quiet determination becomes lasting success. What once seemed impossible slowly becomes reality because they refuse to stop believing in what they could become. One day you will look back on your life and remember the moment when everything changed. It will not be the day when every obstacle disappeared. It will not be the day when life suddenly became easy. It will be the day you stopped waiting. The day you accepted responsibility for your future. The day you chose courage instead of comfort. The day you decided that your dreams were worth fighting for no matter how difficult the journey became. That decision will become the turning point of your life. Never forget that your story is still being written. Every sunrise gives you another opportunity to become stronger than yesterday. Every challenge gives you another chance to grow. Every decision gives you the power to change your direction. Do not spend your life waiting for someone else to rescue your dream. Become the person who creates opportunities instead of searching for them. Become the person who stands back up after every fall. Become the person who refuses to surrender, no matter how difficult the road becomes. The hero you have been searching for has never been somewhere else. That hero has always been waiting inside you for the moment you decide to rise and write a story that inspires not only your own life, but the lives of everyone who watches you refuse to give up. As you leave today, remember this one life-changing truth. Nobody is coming to save you, and that is not a message of hopelessness. It is a message of freedom. It means your future is not locked in someone else's hands. It means you have the power to make decisions that can completely transform your life. Every dream you carry begins with one choice. The choice to stop waiting. The choice to stop making excuses. The choice to take full responsibility for the person you are becoming. Life will not always be easy. There will be moments when you feel tired. There will be failures that test your confidence. There will be pain that seems impossible to understand. There will be days when giving up feels easier than moving forward. Those are the moments that will define your character. Do not run from them. Face them with courage. Every challenge is preparing you for something greater. Every setback is teaching you a lesson that success alone never could. Every difficult season is shaping the strength that your future one day depend on. Stop waiting for perfect conditions, because perfection does not create success. Action creates success. Stop waiting for someone to believe in you, because your belief in yourself is where every great achievement begins. Stop waiting for the world to change before you decide to change. The greatest transformation starts the moment you look in the mirror and say that the responsibility for your future belongs to you. Remember that every choice matters. Every habit matters. Every hour matters. Every decision you make today is building the life you will live tomorrow. Protect your dreams with discipline. Protect your purpose with consistency. Protect your future by refusing to surrender when life becomes difficult. Success is never an accident. It is the reward for those who keep moving when others choose to stop. One day you will look back and realize that the greatest breakthrough in your life did not happen because someone rescued you. It happened because you found the courage to stand on your own. You chose responsibility over excuses. You chose growth over comfort. You chose faith over fear. You became stronger through pain, wiser through failure, more confident through perseverance. That is how ordinary people create extraordinary lives. So make a promise to yourself today. Stop waiting. Stop doubting. Stop holding back the greatness that already lives inside you. Take the first step, even if the road is uncertain. Keep moving even when progress feels slow. Believe in yourself, even when nobody else does. Because the hero you have been waiting for has always been you. Nobody is coming to save you. You have the power to save yourself. You have the strength to rise above every obstacle. You have the courage to rewrite your story. Your future begins with the decision you make right now. Stand up. Take ownership. Move forward without fear. The life you have always dreamed about is waiting for the person who is willing to create it. Let that person be you.